Hi everyone. So in this session we will put some more images and will seriously work in this particular section, which is the background. So I will just put some much more darker color and will just select all the things which is at the background and just use some dull color. So let's start. Now what I will do, I will just go to my folder which we have kept. So as you can see here we have some shot of trees also, so I just put the tree here. Let's have a look that it is quite well or not. I think that can work. No, this will not work, so I will take it another one. So I think this one which we have, take it. So we'll just change the um, flip horizontal and also we'll put it somehow here. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just press alt and just move it here, so have a duplicate copy and we'll flip horizontal. We'll put somehow here. Okay, so we'll select both of them, rasterize layer, and we'll merge the same. So we have both of them which has been merged, and now we'll select this by holding control. Same, we'll go to level and just put it the alt and click it over here and just go to find dark and lighter color. So like this way, change the color according to our need, and we'll put some lighter color over here. Okay, so now we'll click on OK and yes, the darker color, much more darker, and just select both of them and just merge layers, control T, and increase this size. And after that what I will do, I will just erase this part. So we'll take the eraser and opacity would be 25 and just manually drag like. Okay, so now this part is completed and we have to focus on the back part. So I will just select the level 1, click over here and make a new layer and just put this color in the this one, control D, and we'll change the uh, mode to, okay, we'll turn the opacity down a little bit. Okay, now what we needed, we will just work in the same. So all backspace, control D, and whatever we have did it, which is linear dodge, and we'll do it here also. So linear dodge. Okay, and let's have a look. So I'm using the arrow button. We'll turn the opacity down. We'll put this thing here also. So I'm making a new layer, all backspace, control D, and linear dodge. Select this one, all backspace, control D, and so I will just put like this all the colors, so I have to match the background, so that's very important. Same with the tree, all backspace, control D, and linear dodge. So we'll select both of them. We should just decrease the color intensity. We'll select this and decrease the color intensity, and also decrease the color intensity here. Okay, okay, rest is fine. I think rest is fine. So okay, we have to work for the same. Now as you can see, we have just make the background part little bit of lighter, and we'll just move this little bit of lighter also, and also we'll just control Z, sorry, and okay, we need this part, especially this part, to be little bit of more darker. So I will go to the levels. This time I will just move this little bit, and you can find that it's affecting quite well. Okay, no problem. So we'll select both of them, merge layers. Now we have to merge the layers which we have created, like this particular color. So we'll select both of them, merge. So we'll select both of them, merge, and okay, and now we'll just do one more thing, rename the same. So this would be sky, this would be the ground, and this would be the mountain center, and this would be the cloud, cloud 1. And so renaming is very important. This would be the tree. So what I will do, I will just click this and will merge to the mountain, because we have these things. Yeah, so okay, we have to merge these things to the tree also, merge, and now we'll merge the castle followed by this part. So we'll select all of them, merge the same, and we'll just move it over here. We'll merge the same, that would be a particular thing. Okay, so mountain, okay, fine. So this would be the side part, and this would also be the side part. So side rock 1, side rock 2, and this would be the moon, 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 and this would be the cloud, overlapped cloud, and that would be the tree, front tree. So I will put this tree over here. So what I will do, I will just select this tree and put it over here. So as you can see, it's hiding, so no problem. We'll select both of them, merge layers. So we have this thing, and we'll just select this one, overlap cloud and moon, and we'll put somehow at the last. Okay, not so last, but I think here. Okay, so one more thing we have to do, we'll just select the eraser and just remove some of its parts. So define and just select this part, move. Okay, fine. So as you can see, this would be the front, this would be the side front, this would be the cloud, this would be that cloud, that's the center thing, that's the cloud, that's the moon, and that's the ground, and that's the sky. Okay, so we have all the things which we have make it. And now what I will do, I will just select each and every part and will start doing the um, yeah, we'll start rendering one by one in PNG, so that you don't have the background, you just have only the images, so the background would be transparent. Now what I will do, I will just select one by one and just move. So I have the sky. So one more thing I have to do, I just put the sky like here, and we'll go to file and save as, make a new um, folder, Mate for compose. Okay, so this would be the sky. So that would be in JPG because it's an overlapping image, no problem. Okay, fine. Now we'll take the ground of this. Okay, make sure that you will off all the things and we'll just open this particular one. So file, save as, ground, and png. So here it is. Okay, so moon will be there. So as you can see, it's saving. So we'll wait for a while. And one more thing we have to do some amount of tweaking in our compositing software also. That means we have to play with the opacity in our compositing software. So okay, that would be the moon. So I'm doing one by one. That would be the center mountain. It's saving right now. So png. Few more to go. Save as, side rock. So we have to take the png, save, and last one, this one, front tree. So as you can see, we have saved all the things in png and we have this thing in jpg. So what I will do, I will go to the after effect in next session and we'll do the compositing thing. So let's meet to the next session. Hello everyone. So as you can see, we have set up this matte painting and I have couples of some more uh, you can say images, but I'm using that amount of images. As you can see, I have some bushes also. You can use it according to your need, but I think that would be fine. So now I have just rendered this. As you can see, we have all the data which is rendered in png except this one. This is the jpg. And now what I will do, I will open my after effect. Okay, so now I will compose my shot in the after effects. So I'm using after effects cs6, and what I will do, I will just call each and every images one by one and we'll start working in the after effect. As you can see, the after effect has been opened and you are watching the graphic user interface of the after effect. So this is by default the graphic user interface of the after effects. So whatever you wanna make, it will show on the compositing screen. This is the composition screen, and here you have to call your projects or images or even videos. Okay, and this would be your timeline, and it's a layer based software like Photoshop. That means Photoshop has the layer like this, and same After Effects has the layer. So we'll discuss this, and this tab basically for render, that means final output. Okay, we will have a look in this also. And here we have the effects and presets. You can drag this and you found more things. This is for preview, play forward, play backward, play per frame, go to the last, go to the first, and that all. So this is the basically color mode, and this is basically the audio channel. So After Effects it's not basically for audio editing, it's basically for compositing, but still you have the freedom to examine your audio, but you can't edit the audio. You have Audition, Adobe Audition, which is completely different software, and it's only work in audio. Okay, so okay, you can off any of the panels according to your need, or you can go to window, and if you check, then that panel will be open here. Okay, so as you can see, all the things are here. If you just close this render queen, and if you go to window and just open this, it will directly come to your screen. Okay, paragraph, this is basically for managing your typing thing into After Effects. So it has some sort of layouts, and also it has some sort of parameters. Effects and presets is very important. Whatever you want to take effects, if you want to work in color, and if you want to work in 3D or even blur or distort, you can go directly to here. This is basically for typing purposes. So this will work with this one, basically paragraph. Like this, you can just edit your screen, have some more space. Okay, these are the tools, and these are the subtools which have all the things, whatever you want to make in After Effects. Now what happens, see, if I call all my images, I will just call all my images and will drag this in After Effects, directly put it over here. You have to put it in the project window, so you can put all the images in the project window, or even the video, or even files, compositing files. After Effects will directly can take the Photoshop file also, so it supports the Photoshop file, so you have all the layers and all the things. So here you have the effect control, so you can control your effects from this panel. Now what I will do, I will at first select the ground. So I know this is not my base, but I will first select the ground. It's not showing over here because you have to drag on the timeline, and now it's showing. As you can see, whenever you just put it here, it form a new panel. This is for sequence. This is basically for sequence and composition. As you can see here, also you have the option create a new composition. That's the sequence and composition. So it will just play like this. So now it's playing to 30 seconds. If you hit on spacebar, it will play. If you hit spacebar again, it will stop. Or you can go here. Okay, by clicking over it can play like this. You can go per frame, it will jump to the last and it will jump to the first. Okay, so if you want to increase the timeline, so what you have to do, go to composition. Here you have the composition, and here you have the composition settings. So as you can see, we have width 4800 pixels and height 2700 pixels. Okay, you can change it according to your need. So you have the presets. You can work in HDV, high definition video, or HDTV, or even 4K or 2K. So that's same as that of Premiere, but it has many panels as compared to the Premiere. So if you're familiar with Premiere, you can work in After Effects quite well. So I will show you the main features of the After Effects, because I will compose this scene. So I will make this particular thing which is in 2D form in Photoshop. So I will just add some depth, camera, and just put layers one by one, so you can see all the things. So here you have the frame rate, which is 30 frames per second. Okay, 29.97. You can decrease this according to your need, but that's the by default value. So duration is 30 seconds. This is the time code, and as you can see, this 0 stands for frames, this particular section stands for seconds, this one for minute, and the last one for hour. You can see over here also. Okay, now as you can see, we have 30 seconds. You can increase this or even decrease this if you need 2 minute 30 seconds. Okay, so now if you drag this, you have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you select any of the layers, it will highlight into lighter gray. As you can see, it's only traveling to 30 seconds, and after that it will gone. So what you will do, click over here, you can drag this like, okay. So that's the feature of After Effects. So by default I will put 30. I think we don't require 30, so I think 30 would be fine. Okay, you can decrease this value. Okay, fine, and we'll just drag this to 30. Now I will just put at the ground, I will just put the sky at the back. So you can see sky has formed, so I have just go to the section. So in After Effect also, or in any other compositing software also, you have to do the couples of adjustment. So as you can see, so I have just opened it for a quick look, and now the mountain, so I will put one by one. Okay, no problem. So my sky will go little bit upward. Think here this would be fine. So I will do some more adjustment later words. Okay, now make sure that you're saving your file, that's very important. So I will save in desktop. I will save it comping underscore 001. This is basically compositing tutorial. So I have just put it the mountain. Now what I will do, I will just put the clouds, both of them. At first we'll put this moon, and so as you can see, whatever you take it will preview over here. So at first we'll just put the side mountain. Okay, and this one, and the clouds, so that would be here. Okay, let's have a quick examine. Okay, no problem. So now moon, and the overlapping cloud just above the moon. So as you can see, we have set up this scene, and if I drag this, you will find all the things lined up in a good way, in sequence way. Okay, so save it again, and there is one more switch. This is toggle switch modes. If you click, you may have the blending modes. As you know, we have worked in blending modes many times, and that's the blending mode. If you want to go to this 3D view, toggle over here. Now you have the 3D view. 3D layer allows this layer to be manipulated in 3 dimension, and also you have the motion blur effects. Okay, here you have the motion blur effects, and this is the adjustment layer. Okay, so you can toggle your switches. This is basically for blending mode. If you blend this front tree, it will definitely blend with the side rock. If you blend the side rock, definitely it will blend with the cloud. Let's have a look. This is the front tree. As you can see, if I click this, that part is selected, and you can move easily at any side of your screen. Okay, and if I click over and go to screen, now you can see it's just blended to the last one, or it will show all the things. So by default normal would be fine, and this is basically for matte purpose, so we are not using this. Okay, and this is basically for linking purpose. That means parent to child. This is basically linking, so you have to just drag or link any of them. As you can see, if you're dragging, there would be a message. Okay, click and just link any of them, but we are not using, we will maybe discuss it later words. Okay, so in this tutorial we don't require this type of things because we will work in 3D. So I will just toggle the switch, so you can toggle your switch, or even you can use your F4 button on your keyboard so you can toggle easily and switch your screen. Okay, now we don't require to go to this particular section because we don't need blending mode and matte things, track matte and the linking. Okay, and also the parent linking, so we don't require it because we will work in 3D. Now as you can see, your scene is being set up, and what we will do now, we'll just take some more space. So right now we have to produce the camera, so what I will do, right click, new, and camera. So as you can see, preset is 50 mm, 50 millimeter. If you click over here, you will have all the presets. So I'm using 50 millimeter because I need the screen to be in straight way like this. As you will go to 15 millimeter, it will produce some bulge effect. If you go to 200 millimeter, it will produce some curve effect. So I will put 50 millimeter, which is by default. Angle of view 39.60. Okay, we don't require the depth, and lock to zoom. Okay, fine. Okay, it's showing the warning because camera and light does not affect 2D layers. Now it's all are in 2D. I will put never again. Okay, no problem, and we'll put all the layers into 3D. So as you can see, we have created the camera, and at first I will save the file. Now at the top we are in selection tool, so we'll go to camera. Okay, click. Okay, now with the help of your left mouse button you can just rotate. So you have a dedicated rotation tool also inside your camera. If I click over here, you have this orbital camera tool, so you can orbit your, and if you go here, I click over here, you have track XY camera tool. Okay, so as you can see, it's buffering quite well, so that's why what I will do, I will just set this full to quarter, so it will just have some pixelate value, and after that you are satisfied with your work, you will directly switch to full. Okay, so what it will do, it will pan up your whole scene. Okay, and then we have track Z camera, it will zoom in and zoom out, so that's the main thing of camera. Okay, so right now I'm using this one, orbital camera tool. So as you can see, no problem. Okay, so as you can see, if I go to full, then it will buffer because we are in full resolution. If you move little bit, then also it will buffer. So instead of using full, I will go to quarter, and when we are done with it, then we will switch to full and have a render. So what happens now, I will just delete this camera again and just make a new camera. Okay, rest is fine. And now instead of having one view, we will go to two view, or you can have four view, but that would be confusing. If I click over here, you have all the things in 3D way like Maya. So this, you can say, this is the perspective, this is the top, obviously this is the front, this is the right. So we required only two, so that would be fine. So we have top and active camera. So what I will do, I will just give some depth between them. As you can see, this is the camera view and this is the top view. Okay, so I will just select the sky. As you can see, we have two axes, this is the Z and this is the X. I will put the sky at the back. Later words we will manage the size. This is the ground, so we'll just put the ground at the back, little bit of it. Okay, this is the moon, and just put moon at the back. This is the overlapping cloud, we'll put some over here. This is the mountain, go to the back. This is the cloud, go somehow here. This is the second cloud, put somehow here. This is the side rock. Okay, and this is the front tree, so we'll just put somehow here. This is the front tree. Okay, now we, as you can see, we have set up the gap between them, and we will just press shift and select all of them, and we'll move further. Okay, we'll just move it downward little bit. Now if I select my camera, as you can see, we have selected my camera. That's the camera, and that's the focusing point. So what I will do, I will select my camera. Instead of moving from here or here, what I will do, I will go to here and just drag Z camera. Click and move. As you can see, it will just produce some amount of depth between them. So right now I will do one more thing. I will go to 0 second, and what I will do, I will just open this. You have the transform. Click over here. If you just drag this, you will find that position is changing. Okay, no problem, it would be changed. So what I will do, I will click over here. This is for animation purpose. Click. Now particular key has formed, and in 15 seconds, even in 10 seconds, 10 seconds would be fine. It will go to, so make sure that the black region will not come, it will not look good. So we'll just drag this. Okay, so as you can see, now you have some amount of depth. So if I zoom this again, go to this particular, if you want to zoom and want to see this frame, you can do it from here. Just zoom it and you can have that frame, so you can go directly and just zoom out little bit. So one more thing you can do, you can select your key and just move. If you want to move, you can move to 15 seconds or even more if you need, or even if you select both of them, you can move directly like this. Okay, control Z, and because that would be fine. So I think we have to switch to the next session.